This room here, this guy over here, is sort of like an indoor porch. There's no foundation underneath, just some netting to stop any animals from going underneath. And it's surrounded by, there's actually two options. There's glass or screen. These individual windows pop out. They're interchangeable, glass or screen. And for a long time, we wanted to winterize this room and make it into a playroom. Insulate it, sort of make some sort of foundation underneath so animals can't get underneath, and so they're structurally more sound. And so the first thing I did was I purchased the doors, started with the material. I actually got windows that someone was giving away, and they weren't the right fit for their house, so they just basically threw them out. So I took them, as I did for a lot of the material that I reuse. If I think that there's something I might need in the future, I stock up on it if someone's giving it away. So because the way the house is built, you can see there's no real window on the back of the house. So when the kids are playing here in the backyard, it's like an impossibility to see them. So I decided to put the door on the side and make steps this way with the patio, like the walkway to the patio, and put windows in the back, so if the shades are open, we can just see right, clearly in the backyard. So second consideration was our kitchen's over there, and our dining room's over there behind this indoor porch, and our house comes out all the way another 4 feet, except for down here where the basement is. So I was thinking, let's just make a hallway right here from the kitchen to the living room, instead of having to go all the way around every time we're in this area of the house. So we're gonna build a wall here, and it'll be flush with the back of the house here. It'll connect to the new winterized room there, which we're gonna do, and we'll put a new door for the basement here. So you'll be able to come in the back door here, go either to basement, kitchen, or playroom, living room area. So that's in the plans. We're also going to put a window right here. Same issue that we had on the back here, that we want to be able to, as we're operating in this area of the house, we want to be able to see in the back and watch our kids. So those are some of the considerations. First thing we did was buy the doors. Next thing is going to be the windows. We want to put a window right here so we can see, while we're in the house this way. Window right here so we can see out when we're in the hallway area and the kitchen area. 2 windows in the back here, which we already got for free, and then a door on the other side there. A door and a window. Door for entry and exit, and a window also to be able to see when the door's closed, just see what's going on outside in that side of the house. Whoever built this house, wasn't necessarily thinking about how easy it is to look outside, and the ability to view what's going on. It's sort of an insular house. So we're going to change that a little bit, make it a little bit more open. And this next step is buying the windows we need and the wood, 2x4s and plywood to start framing it out. And cement for the, as you can see on this side, there's no foundation in this area. So we're actually gonna under the floor here, we want it to be completely sealed. There should be a foundation there. We also don't want it to be directly underneath a real part of a house, because moisture could rot the wood and whatnot. So we're gonna have to, when we rip off the walls, we're probably gonna take up the floor too and fix that. Step 1, taking off the walls. The first thing is these glass panels pop right out. Loosen these anchors, whatever you want to call them. And then the actual pane pops right out. And then on the sides, there are these screws for holding the frame for these panels in. Those screws come out, this entire entire panel should just pop right off. That's what I'm hoping. So we're gonna give that a shot. So as I suspected, I took the screws out from the sides and the frames just popped right out. So we cleaned up the entire area here. We cleaned up, took off the floor. Joist is still there. On the inside, we dug down about 4 inches, 5 inches, so that it would match up, you know, when I lay the foundation. It seems like there was some form of foundation all around beforehand for whatever reason. I'm not really sure, especially because, you know, nothing actually is connected to this part of the foundation. Maybe it's added for support here to this beam that holds up that section of the house. Could be, or it was just put in here to eliminate any water from getting underneath. I'm not sure. There could have been a different porch here to begin with. It could be that this is not the original. It's very possible. Anyway, we dug down 4 inches so that it would be level with the ground here. So once we put our foundation in, we wouldn't be able to, you know, if water got underneath somehow, it could escape. Then there would be a gap underneath the foundation. So I figure let's have it on the same level as what's out here, so that, you know, it won't have a bubble underneath the foundation. So we cleaned it out completely. I used these bags. It's one of the inexpensive way to get rid of dirt. Instead of hiring a dumpster or whatever, you just fill these bags of dirt with dirt. They're the same bags that are used, you know, when a hurricane comes or on a beach for different reasons, and then you could take them away at your leisure. You know, people need topsoil or whatever they might need at a different location. They can come take a couple bags. I've had people do that. So yeah, we dug it all down, and once we lay the foundation around the sides, we're gonna lay the foundation underneath here. So just wanted to show the full cleanup on the inside here. Let's see here as well. There's a 4 or 5 inch gap on the. We dug down about 4 or 5 inches on the inside. That's it. This is so we're getting ready. The next step is going to be building the foundation on this side and putting the steps in on this side for the doorway, which we're going to put over here. That we're hopefully going to start. I put all these stones here, which we're going to use for the steps and the foundation. I'm getting myself set up. I'm going to start that next week. We're probably going to dig down again for some additional support, you know, 3 or 4 inches into the ground. So if there's any erosion, it doesn't look funny where there's a gap underneath. And that'll be our next video, getting the foundation done. All right.